Stunned. Sturgeon hangs her head in shame over SNP's independence plot failed miserably. Nicola Sturgeon's bid to pull Scotland out of the UK is struggling to gain public support, with 7 major consecutive polls suggesting the majority of Scots would prefer to stay in. The SNP leader has taken almost every opportunity presented to her to tout the benefits of Scotland going off on its own, including at the COP26 conference, held in Glasgow, where world leaders were focused on discussing the need to tackle climate change. But polling suggests this activism is not paying off, with the majority of Scots stating again and again they would prefer Scotland remaining in the UK. The latest poll, conducted by Panel Base for the Sunday Times, saw 47% of respondents return no to the question, "How would you vote in a Scottish independence referendum if held now?" asked after the EU referendum. 45% of respondents said yes, while just 8% indicated they don't know. Matthew Goodwin, professor of politics at University of Kent and regular poll commentator, noted this is the 7th consecutive win for the no side. Sharing the results on Twitter, he wrote, "Scots break again against independence. Pro-independence has not had a lead outside the margin of error since April." He added, "The polls are turning against Sturgeon." In total, 1,781 Scots aged 18 and over were involved in this latest polling. The last poll to produce a result in the SNP's favour, conducted by Opinium between September the 3rd to the 8th, saw yes leading by just 1 percentage point. Since then, a consistent trend appears to have been set, with every new poll showing no leading by between 2 and 6 percentage points. This comes after Rhys Bowen, a member of the Welsh Senedd from the pro-independence party Plaid Cymru, told Express.co.uk Miss Sturgeon has a big job on her hands to achieve Scottish independence. The SNP won the latest Scottish Parliament election in May, though failed to gain a majority. Ms Sturgeon announced in September her party will restart work on a plan for a second independence referendum. She said progress had been delayed by the COVID pandemic but that a referendum will still be delivered before the end of 2023. In the 2014 independence referendum, close to 45% of Scots voted for their country to leave the UK. They were beaten by the 55.3% of voters who decided they wanted to stay in. Respondents to the latest panel-based poll were slightly more favourable of Ms Sturgeon than her vision of independence. Asked whether she should remain as Scottish First Minister for the duration of the current parliamentary term, 52% of respondents said yes while 34% said no. 14% replied don't know. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon confirmed in 2017 that Scotland was to set up the initiative, which will see shoppers pay 20p for drinks in cans and bottles, with the money returned to them when they return the empty containers for recycling. However, Ms Slater was today unable to commit to meeting the previously announced start date of July 2022, nor could she say whether costs had doubled, and also attempted to pin the blame on Brexit. Nina Schrank, Greenpeace's senior plastics campaigner, said, "They haven't even given a clear timeline for any delay, which might even put the future of this vital scheme into doubt. Every year of delay means millions more bottles being dumped or burned." The deposit return scheme was a flagship environmental policy for the Scottish Government, and they've kicked the can down the road yet again. She added, "The public shouldn't let the Cambo announcement today, significant as it was, hide the fact that this Scottish Government is delaying urgently needed environmental action once again. Deposit return schemes work, that's been proven elsewhere, so why on earth is the Scottish Government choosing to delay?" John Mayhew, director of the Association for the Protection of Rural Scotland, which runs the Have You Got the Bottle campaign, said it was deeply disappointing that ministers were considering granting drinks producers yet another unjustified delay. He said, "The evidence from around Europe is that a system of this sort can readily be implemented from scratch in about a year, and the Scottish scheme administrator has been in place since March." Callum Duncan, head of Conservation Scotland for the Marine Conservation Society, challenged Ms Slater to meet her international counterparts who have delivered new or expanded deposit systems seamlessly during a pandemic, without any delays.